experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and safely ever establish them in the still one, surpass perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. O Mother Sentient Beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstacles who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and nations, may the experience happiness be separate from suffering and safely. I will establish them in the still one, surpass perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. Dala dangwara zibe da no para zibe ge tarpa dang dam je jembe barda ju bara zeba dam je so zebe manam ga dan yambe zemje dam je dewa dan de dongara dan ra nyorda lana me ba yanda bara zobe zanjo rumbo je do bara za. Dasandra achieving enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. We take refuge in the Kandaru Lama and the Lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of Yadans. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dhakas, Dhakinis, and the Dhamma gardens, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Underwriting the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma, and likewise in the example of Bodhisattvas. As a previous ambassador enlightenment and the progress on the Bodhisattva's path, too, for the benefit of all sentient beings giving birth to bodhichitta, and apply myself to a complete stage of the path. In the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge under enlightenment's reach by the merit of generosity and other good deeds. May I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all Mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering, the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. I bow down respectively with my body, speech, and faithful mind to all Tathagatas in the 10 directions. Those who have already reached in the Tathagata state, those who are reaching it at the present, and those Tathagata state to come. Through the power of Samadhi prayers, may all Buddhas manifest vividly in my mind. I posted to them, multiplying my body as many times as there are atoms of the earth. In each atom I visualize as many Buddhas as there are atoms, surrounded by countless Bodhisattvas, thus all space filled with Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. I praise all Buddhas through manifesting, chanting, expressing the great ocean of the excellent qualities. To all Buddhas, I make offerings of arrows, pure flowers, flower garlands of music, anointing oils, manifesting light, and fragrant incense. I make offerings to the fan, garment, the perfume, and the popero, pour the highest mumeru, and the orange in the most beautiful way. I visualize the highest and most extensive offerings and offer them with great faith to all Buddhas. I prostrate to the Buddhas and make offering to them following the deeds of the great Bodhisattva, Samanthabhadas. I confess to you, Buddhas, whatever negative actions I have committed due to the power of anger, desire, and ignorance. I rejoice in the merit of all the Buddhas and the 10 directions of great Bodhisattvas and the Pakika Buddhas. Those who have attained Aharasha, those who have entered the path of Aharasha, and all other beings. I request to all great protectors and the Buddhas to turn the highest way of Dharma as a light dispelling the darkness of beings in the 10 directions, leading them gradually to the enlightened states. I supplicate those Buddhas intending passing into Parinirvana to living long fast in many eons as the atoms of the earth in order to benefit all beings. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying for the sake of enlightenment of all sentient beings, all these are dedicated. The ground is sprinkled with the scented waters, strewn with flowers. It is adorned with the meadow, the spring mountain, the 4 continents, and the sun and the moon. As the Buddha fair, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness as the Buddha fears. To the lamas who possess the 3 kayas, I offer the altar in and the sacred offerings with my body, wealth, and all that is visible. Please grant me the supreme realization enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of enlightenment of our sentient beings, or this are dedicated. Om Guru Rinam Indra Punza Manga Samandra Savarina Samaye Ahom. I call refuge, your name of the world. Your fame provides the 3,000 words. You are the victor of Arjadara with our God. I bow at the feet of Father Jiti Songon. Continue laughing with no one but you. Compassion, one grant your blessings. Dispel darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize and liberate nature of mind. Please round aware of the Dharma of the true beggars and their combination according to disposition, the likewise the mental capacity of sentient beings. His wisdom is brilliant like the sun, free of clouds of two words, and perceive the various steps of knowledge in the true nature. For this reason, he holds the wisdom text at his heart, he has a compassion. For beings who suffer from the darkness of ignorance and the prison of samsara, so Father for only Son. Like a thunder Kilaya awakens those are sleeping ignorance and the losing of chama karma through the 60 branch of Haramana's speech. He wears wisdom silver to cast settling of suffering to dispel darkness of confusion. In the Bodhisattva form, he is pure from beginningless time, fully accomplished in the 10 levels and perfect in the body of our knowledge. I supplicate human usually adorned by the 112 Son of Buddha to dispel darkness of my ignorance. Om Wange Shoramo, Om Wange Shoramo, Om Wange Shoramo, Om Wange Shoramo, Om Wange Shoramo. Om Wange Shoramo, Om Wange Shoramo, Om Wange Shoramo, Om Wange Shoramo, Om Wange Shoramo. Om Wange Shoramo, Om Wange Shoramo, Om Wange Shoramo, Om Wange Shoramo, Om Wange Shoramo. Om Wange Shoramo, Om Wange Shoramo, Om Wange Shoramo, Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade. Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade. Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade. Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade. You who are the perfect, beautiful body, whose flame of wisdom blazes, and the dispel darkness of mortal ignorance, are posed before you and the present Shiri. Yunegele Jangwai Bo Yishe Drum Air of the Bar, Jeden the Mo Minzarwan, Yambar Yang La Zanzardu. Amge Duje Jaje Rezen Rong Yinje Mado Deje Bonjong Ba Serje Lembo Daver Jibek Xiaojie Jiarbe Xiaola Zorwan De Rome Jije Tang Dorjen Changje Delo Naro Dang Marba Mala Jije Gambo Ba Bamo Juba Jarwan Digong Gaju Lama Nala Zorwan De Rome Jije Yenje Bodang Ne De Som Sanje Genje Ngobon Rasem Jiga Ngozon Donze Be Sawe Lame Yala Zorwan De. Okay, good morning everyone. Everyone can hear clearly? Wonderful then. Okay, so I'm going to do the soul Kilaya of sacred bond of the heart, Rat for Achi offering prayer. So first I'll do this translation and then teaching, and we practice together. Purban Gurkome Jaje Dudan Doje Burje Yozo Purban Hizabe Junde Zanlan Yer Yozo Jada Ganda Zandan Dorje Jizo Je Dorje Jibang Don Jozon Lechin Burger Jeban Nanam Boros or one the Zozanam Barjes or Gojet Temple Ledin Dorje Jang Nagawang Bope Mantan Letter. Let up Lindam Pema Wan Jin Lois or one the Zozanam Barjes or Tro Japon Jin Kamara. Troje Yayon Sasu Goma Ye Person Jedo Anzo Nirjela. So on the Zosa number Jesus, Surgeons and Moses, Proportion, Nachakan Lion number 6, and just as though they Yansa declared upon on your teacher, but there are Limba Yandoran and Jimmy Pinson, your nation on it, and for one group of Majin, the Shiko, what you don't know other than Mojin Drevish, you get on things in Jamsipuchat. Now, to be sieges, a logic don't go Jadawa, then Basiki, Nijis on Lati Bagalang. Purbango come Jojo, to them for Jozo. Alright, Lala Jason, Dogan, Dover, Sejito, Bajin, Badam, Senam, Sogasayan, Mazondo, Nipa, the Tajan Bunny. Tumbangan Leran, Yaka, Partin Dorjun, Trovi, Jarantina, Jarjesani, Provider, Barda, Turo, Peche, Manata, Homid. Shani Jeja, Shani Jeja, the third Yo, Ijime, Barcelona, Saran, Navatam, Jelaya, Dara, Najero, Barja, those are changing. My in the Mimada down Bezaka, Kilaya, home, Beja, Dong, Monta Jardan, Zin, Jibontarzin, Soda, Yamija, Samaya. There were things on Jeja, Drummers, or Dental, and your drummers, and Malanzo, from the Rapas and Mekajaka, Jarjesani, Betan Goda. Yung bedani ma boja la soro dami ipesan zong yung se dadi kade bala jene se chonan go chen tom na don se asi chu dong korda che bala solong chu dong aso to dang ka ng se ren zeng ji ba ka yen da nam jer da ge ta se le na yam man da le nya da long je ban du gong ka ju ten ban de non zeng jo ge yung zeng ge ba da ge den na tong chen sang yang yen jin da so na ma dan je wa je sam no ma le nya dan do ba so ge jin mi pen so nyen de so ma ga ni Goja Jaja Golon de Gondesa de Banela, the Zongana, Zornaga, Gonga, Sonoda, Jarzeja, Shazan, Ninja, Anton, Jaja Tabazon, Yondo, then a second of the Sogan, Gondonga, on the versus Janis on the Son de Jasi Yakudo. Javate on the Devamo, Javan, Javan, the Jasi, Jadon, Jabala, Chudon, the Dong, drops of some bad soldier and Bane. Hong Chinny in Jacabala, on the Chigan Sosa, Ryan, consider on a Hong Jumbo, Ryan, Hong to Giovanni. I mean, Joker, Juba, Dambande, Yishing, I use a number in the Yunding, I are Jiba, taking the chip, the Jesus sword. Gana Zarabanzaka, Solar, Young, the Gaza, Jesus, among one, the home, can you put your soul, Lamadorman, the Jilla, dripping Garji Savadan, the Yishin Robert, seeing all of them, Majavume, but all the Mejukan, you more than the Conan, Namadajula, the Yamadunas alone, St. John Digitam. Chuchu Jeva down, Tenet, Majuanja, Samaya, and the Bayan, Yuji, Azara, Robert, the Memoman, Jibedo, Jimenez, Geneva, Bayogeno. Angi, you get in this, Bao, Jerem, Jiram, Jubala, Home, Yamimayo, Yambasangela, Neno, Sembachi, Yami. Zonde Makan and the Bayan, Yambachim, Jubana, Barom, Panzao, Tobane, Home, Shin, the Dojin Tombala, Jeve, Pembermajor, the Roji, Pejin, she can say. Tro de jin jigan ze dorjin de zela dong do la wane hom dorje yundar de na se ba dorjin do je se ba dorje probala ye je tro ban hom be zagala gala ya sa se de bala hom tiran ne la no me de shin ba me chin nyam bang de lo so do na do ro ba dong ye je jin de sha la la ge mon de ge wan de so ti song de ze ga ga jan do ba ju la yong me ne ge nya ra je so da yim Rana Jingo de Jovar Jora Jene Varjin of the Legend to Jet of Justice on the Wonder Gana Zamba Jorasam Jum Din Dorje Junata Jisho. So that's the transmission branch of Kilaya, Chandran. Gartoma, I think, or Soul Kilaya of Secret Bond of the Heart. And this sadhana is revealed by H.H. Kempo Jimmy Ping Sonjone in Nepal, 1990. So this, I had this Purva Gurkoma called the Soul Kilaya. Is he came on Jimmy Pins over into India. So it's step by in Nepal. They're called Parpong. Usually Nepali people call Parpong. Tibetan most people call Yanleshu. The Asura Tapo, I think, or Cave of Asura. Pema Sambhava practiced Vajrakalaya in that cave. So he achieved accomplishment Varya Kilaya in that cave before he went to Tibet, Pema Sambhava. Then when Khenpo Jimmy Pinso came to India, he went to that cave. I heard he practiced wakes there, I think. So then he rewarded this terma, gurkoma, short sadhana. So Khenpo Jimmy Pinso has many terma teachings. I heard this is the one of his most important one. So this he gave like important gift to His Holiness Dalai Lama. And he reviewed this terma in Nepal. They went to India. His Holiness Dalai Lama. First, he gave this teaching to His Holiness Dalai Lama. So that's he says he really can, something offer special something for holiness benefit for him to remove his life obstacle and remove his many dharma activity obstacles. So he also recalls Holiness Dalai Lama wrote this lineage prayer that safely engage in the blessings. This lineage prayer is wrote by His Holiness Dalai Lama. So they have a couple kind of stories, here from the Khenpo Namdor who is with his Khenpo Jimmy Pinto together went to India. Khenpo Namdor, he organized, Khenpo Jimmy Pinto invite to India and meet His Holiness Dalai Lama. So when they meet His Holiness Dalai Lama, of course, Khenpo Jimmy Pinto is not that, like think about like some lineage holiness is the kind, it's just come from Khenpo from Tibet. So then when go to meet Holiness Dalai Lama, the usually, just normal teachers meet Holiness Dalai Lama. No same is very high level teacher. I mean, the Holiness is lineage holders meet Holiness Dalai Lama. They have a different organized. So when Holiness Dalai Lama meet Khenpo Jimmy Pinto, and right away he come and received, and then the talks, then Holiness say, okay, you come to my room. So Khenpo Namdor says he told Khenpo Jimmy Pinto his room, and then they stay whole morning days. And the next day also Holiness Dalai Lama said to come back again. So that then become, Holiness Dalai Lama knows like he is, I think, very special teacher. So then during that time, this empowerment teaching offering to Holiness Dalai Lama. So he wrote this lineage supplication Dalai Lama. It's very beautiful, followed by, he really understand all the, Varya Kilaya lineage, teaching and history and how important this teaching connections, everything. So this lineage supplication is lineage and history all together. Then also this lineage supplication, I think, shows very important essence of Varya Kilaya. So that's I can see here in this lineage supplication. We go to like words by words. Several engage in blessings. So all pervasive Lord Kenda Zambo Dorje Chang. Kenda Zambo or Dorje Chang. Sochi Dorje is Pema Sambhava, Lord King. The three supreme companions. So he has all these disciples, three different, I think, kind of disciples. The 9 karmic sons, particular Nanam Dorje. So they have 9, Pema Sambhava has 25 disciples. But I think in this Purva lineage, maybe 9 disciples, more connections. So lots like, 9 karmic sons, particularly Nanam Dorje. So Nanam Dorje is usually Khenpo Jimmy Pinto. He he has always feelings. He's Nanam Dorje Dingjong with the Pema Sambhava when he reviewed the termas. So he said, I was be with the Pema Sambhava. So during this Nanam Dorje Dingjong, many his teaching has that, his himself, he recognized his Nanam Dorje Dingjong. Nanam Je, I supplicate you to clear away outer inner secret obstacles. So that's the lineage comes from the importing lineage direction. Then practice Varja Kilaya is the important is remove obstacles. The obstacle has outer level obstacle, inner level obstacle, secret level obstacles. So he supplication to clear away outer, inner, and inner obstacles. Treasure revealer go to them to Ligding Dorje. So that's also another this I think Nanam Dorje Dingjom's reincarnations. It's also very famous Tertons, this Nanam Goji Demtre and Ligding Dorje. I think this one person, Goji Demtre Ligding Dorje is one person. Then Nak Wangpo, Pema Tongteng Tsar, that's also lineage teacher. Lerab Limpa and the Pema Wanchin. So Rebon Jimmy Pence also he how to say, he claim or he saying himself he's the Lerab Limpa, it's a reincarnation. So that's why it's this lineage goes Lerab Limpa and the Pema Wanchin. I supplicate you clear away outer inner obstacles. King of Wrath, terrifying Vajrakumara. So then that's all the lineage teachers, Nanam Dorje and all this, his Pema Sambhava was disabled, then comes like reincarnations, important ones here, the mention about the lineages. This lineage is, Nanam Dorje Dingjong, his reincarnations. Most important teachers mention about their names. So then King of Wrath, terrifying Kumara is Vajrakalaya. So now he's going to supplication to the Vajrakalaya. The 10 Wrath for Herukas, Yab Yon, Sasu, and the 4 gatekeeper. The 16 Kilaya protector and the 28 one choke goddess. That's all is a Vajrakalaya red nose. When we did the long sadhana, not this one, last week, they talk about this or the Vajrakalaya red nose. So I supplicate you to clear our outer inner obstacles. So that is a supplication to lineages and Vajrakalaya. So the supplication to gurus, supplication to the Yadam. 2 sections. The next is the essence of the Vajrakalaya practice. So Vajrakalaya has actually talked about 4 Kalayas. The 4 Kalaya teaching, maybe I can share tomorrow. If today we not get that place, I'm going to share that, maybe another way when we get time. So they talk about the 4 Kalayas. Here, His Holiness mentioned about the 3 Kalayas. 3 Kalayas, the the outer mandala manifests as symbolic matter Kalaya. So that's the outer mandala. Outer mandala, we have tankas, and draw, all these paintings that's showing is outer mandala. And in this also outer mandala. Then meditators seeing all the form is outer mandala. So usually we Yadam deity practice, all the seeing form is Buddha's form. That means like we remove the impure perception, transform to the impure perception is pure perception. All the form is Buddha's form. So in this case, Vajrakalaya, all the alter this form, impure forms transform to this, symbol like Metarakalaya. Every alter phenomena has a shape of a symbol like Metarakalaya. All this alter phenomena has a point, different point, shape, design. There's a talk about the same as Vajrakalaya, this symbol like Metarakalaya. So meditator practitioners transform all this alter form is symbol like Metarakalaya. So this is the alter symbol like Metarakalaya, means alter level Vajrakalaya. So when we practice, we rely on this alter level Vajrakalaya objects. So there's also more explain is another term I'm going to share with you. This alter level Vajrakalaya, symbol like Metarakalaya. The inner mandala is the perfect awakening of channels and elements as the deities. So these are the inner mandala is perfect awakening of channels, element as the deity is our this channel element, wing, drop, so all our own body is actually transforming to the Vajrakalaya. So create this 5 aggregates is transformed to 5 Buddhas. 5 elements is transformed to 5 female Buddhas. That's the created by meditative practitioners use these channels and element is transformed to the Vajrakalaya. So it's called inner practice. That's we usually share many times inner offerings, or it's a part of in this practice. So the point is like right now our in this impure channels and impure elements is transformed to pure, create the enlightened informed body. So the chakras is right now is impure chakra, or this impure chakra is transforming to the pure chakra. So it's inner level practice. That part is so much details, informations. So the very easy, simple way practice is just our form body is visualize Yadam deity. It's called self-generation. Then if you go to more detail, it's so much complicated there. Also, if he really knows all the detail, understanding clearly is very important teaching too. I mean, the very deep and profound. Really recognize our chakras, channels, and elements is how can transform to the Yadam deities. So then we really recognize all these wrathful deities, peaceful deities, our own emanation. Otherwise, very hard to understand, talk about our own emanation, all these wrathful deity and peaceful deities, without knowing this inner mandala. Then the sacred mandala is a perfect expression of awakening the mind. So that's the Dzogchen teaching. Sacred mandala is practiced in the mind. Your mind is, we recognize our own nature, sacred level. So think about low to ultra level form body, transforming is ultra symbol like matter Kilaya. Then this our body, channel element transforming is called inner Kilaya. It's created the bodhichitta. So waking Buddha. Then you're working with your mind, recognize your own nature. That is called secret level Kilaya. So 3 different level Kilayas. That is the, very important we have to know. Then I'm going to share this week and when other weeks, maybe next week, maybe not possible, but other weeks could be. I'm going to share, so it's more detailed Kilaya teaching. And Kilaya teaching itself has grown path result. So many, this important teaching has all this accomplishment, grown path result. Without that, so then the teaching is not really accomplishments. So think about it, when you're going to drive your car, each car need all the wheels, engine, every part of the physical. So then we call car is accomplishment, everything included, you can drive is called car. So then this car take you to where you're going, your destination. So same in this Tantra teaching, Yadam deity teaching has everything included. Same as the car. All the like basic grown path and the result. So when your car is parking in your garage, that is ground. You are at your home is ground. Okay. Path is like you are on the way, you are in the car, you driving the car, that is called path. But no other than the car is your in the garage, it's same car you driving. Same person when you are at your home, that same person is on the road. Same car, same person on the road. That's called path. So when you arrive destination, same person, same car arrive, not any other than when you are parked in the garage and you are at your home. So that person, that car is arrive destination. So that's called result. And you drive, so Toyota car, the Toyota is parked in your home on the road, and when you get in the destination, so that okay, called think about Kilaya. Yeah, and another person has a BMW car, and then person is at home on the path and get in the destination. That can be called, another like Sawa or Tara practice, Manjushiri. Each Yadam has, you must have to have these 3 different levels. So when you're in the car is your garage, on the road, you don't have to change, right? You drive that same car to go to destination. So that's why, in this each teaching, taking you to the enlightenment states. That's why very similar, but you driving different car. Okay. The teaching is the same as the you have to recognize is transportation. So transportation, there have many different kind of transportation. So the transportation take you to the destination. That first with airplane, you going to board the airplane. That airplane have to park in the airport. You have to board that airplane. That airplane is a fly. They have to reach a destination, same airplane. So when you are in the airport, you're going to board the airplane. That is the ground. Airplane is take off is path. airplane is landing, then it's called the result. So then that's where you have to recognize all this teaching has outer, inner, and secret levels. Ground, path, result. Vajrayana teaching always followed by this two different kind, ground, path, result, or outer, inner, and secret level. So you understand this basic important, this three principle, then you understand what is talking about teaching. Otherwise, you always get confused. So this then three different levels of teachings. I mean, the outer, inner, secret level. Outer is the same as like you're walking, going to on the road to destination. Inner is maybe you have a car, you have truck or something, vehicles using, that is inner level. Secret is like airplane, jet. So the three different types, you think about is transportation included. Then you don't use any other like vehicles, and you use your feet. It's outer level. And then you use something, vehicles is inner level. Secret is you flew, not on the ground going road. So that's the you have to know the this three different levels teaching. Then may the innumerous essence of persisting wisdom and awareness become manifest. So that's the accomplishment. Then you use this outer, inner, secret level practice, we get accomplishment practice, the Vajra Kilaya. So now, due to the interdependence of karmic aspirations. So I heard this from Khenpo Jimmy Prince, so he shared many times, he's talk about he has karmic imprint, connect with His Holiness Dalai Lama. During this it's a Lerab Lingpa. It's page 5. There's talk about the Lerab Lingpa, and the Lerab Lingpa is I don't know exactly all the detail of the story, but I heard is he is the one of the the practitioner remove like protector, kind of a protector, remove obstacle, Holiness Dalai Lama, which one I don't know. So then starting that, and this Holiness Dalai Lama has something, like is practicing remove obstacle, is Khenpo Jimmy Pinzo is reincarnation of the Lerab Lingpa. So that's the reason Holiness says due to interdependence of karmic aspirations, so they have karmic connections, previous lifetime together. So that's I understand. Bishu of the Buddha Tenzin Gyamtso. So His Holiness Dalai Lama, so he mentioned about himself, wrote this lineage prayer to the pure vision Kilaya, Gurkoma. So this name is Gurkoma at the records of incarnation or Tertun Lerab Lingpa. See, he mentioned about Khenpo Jimmy Pinzo's reincarnation, Tertun Lerab Lingpa. Rinzeng Jimmy Pinzo Jone. So Rinzeng Jimmy Pinzo Jone is Khenpo Jimmy Pinzo's name. On the first day of the 6th month of the Arun horse year, July 23rd, 1990, may virtue and excellence increase. So that's the come from this supplication lineage. Then the branch of Gurkoma Kilaya Tantra, known as the single Kilaya of enlightened mind, Refuge and bodhichitta. This is a very short teaching practice. Also, Vajrakalaya has only one phase, single form body, no yom and yom union. This one is a single form body. So very short. In the deity, my own persisting wisdom and awareness, I take refuge. So this taking refuge is taking refuge, inner taking refuge, no auto level taking refuge. Inner taking refuge is my own persisting wisdom, means we are refuge to our own nature. So Dzogchen usually say we are taking refuge our own Rigpa. Mahamudra say we are taking refuge our own nature. Okay, awareness, I take refuge. So that means we are Vajrakalaya. This our own nature is Vajrakalaya. We're taking refuge to our own nature. Absolute truth, we can say this is called absolute truth Vajrakalaya. That's the refuge. Then entering on liberating and varying beings are generated the mind of awakening. So that's a bodhichitta. Bodhichitta is intention is wanted to liberating all other beings, generate mind of awakening. So we wishing all beings awaken the mind, recognize true nature. So that's why we're going to practice Vajrakalaya. Or the sacred samaya, pledge of the accomplishment of Vajrakalaya. So I shall not forsake even at the cost of my life. That commitment. I'm going to practice accomplishment Vajrakalaya. You know, we create ourselves as a commitment. Then second, the stage of accomplishment. Second is accomplishment. Also visualization. So the long sadhana, actually not that long, but the last way we practice sadhana has a more longer than this, right? See, this one very short. So this section, we don't have the last way we talk about remove, like, you know, negative beings, giving torma for obstacle beings. So that part is not here because it's very short. Directly go into the visualization. From within the state of emptiness, self-nature instinctively arises us. Glorious Vajrakalaya, king of wrath. So we meditate. Also, sometimes we chant the mantra, Om Sobhava Siddha Sarva Dharma Sobhava Siddha Ham. That is Buddha Shakyamuni's mantra. The point is, meaning is all this phenomena is transformed into emptiness. So not really transforming, but recognize all the phenomena is emptiness. We recognize. You know, sometimes you think, oh, chant the mantra, then phenomena exist, is transformed to emptiness. That is incorrect thinking. This phenomena is beginningless time, already emptiness. We didn't recognize, we have a delusion. So this all delusion is transformed to the true nature. Then from the state of emptiness, self-nature instinctively arises as, means like self-nature. Self-unborn Dharma Dhartu is our own nature. Nature mind is arise, glorious Vajrakalaya, king of wrath. So we are become arise Vajrakalaya form body. So self-nature is Dharmakaya. So the arise form body is Vajrakalaya, is called Sambhonakaya. Then someone who has achieved this practice, you know, Vajrakalaya, the person benefit for other beings is called Nirmanakaya. So the Sambhogakaya its source is come from Dharmakaya. Dharmakaya is our own nature. Nature is arising to the Sambhogakaya Vajrakalaya form body. We visualize the Vajrakalaya. So Sambhogakaya is called pure form body. And our Namanakaya is called, this our body is actually, sometimes we call Namanakaya, is impure form body. So that's why we visualize the Sambhogakaya form, pure body, pure form body. Then Vajrakalaya is his blue black in color with one face, two hands, and rolling apruva. So he has blue black in color, blue dark blue color, his face. Then with one face, two hands, and rolling apruva is in the heart center. And wearing the glorious wrath for channel grown accompaniments. So they here talk about he has wearing the glorious wrath for channel grown accompaniment. So this Sambhogakaya wrath form body has a channel ground. And then peaceful Yadam deity, Sambhogakaya has Longkut Jin Chachuk Song, is 13 ornaments, 13 different kind of ornaments. So both wrath for, peace for, both are actually is Sambhogakaya. Think about Vajrasattva, he has 13 different kind of ornaments. That is a Longkut Jin Chachuk Song, I think. 13 different ornaments Sambhogakaya, peace for deity has. Wrath for deity has this glorious wrath for channel ground, a channel ground, wrath for deity has. So I'm going to share with you a channel ground. So a channel ground ornament is always comes, but good thing you have to understand this, what means a channel ground. Then also you have to know this is symbolizing meaning. What meaning is this a channel ground? So the first is called the three garments. So three garments is a three kind of a cloth. Three garments, okay? The first one is a human. First one is elephant skin and human skin and tiger skin. That's three is called three garments. Then they have two fastened ornaments. So two different kind of ornaments called fastened ornaments. So this ornament is human skin and snakes. This one is a human skin. Human skull. This Kapala is called Kapala skull. Human skull and snakes. This all the wrath for deity has. So you have to know not only Vajrakalaya. Then they have that is already 5. So three similar substances, like they're called 3 different kind of substance using the like put in the body. So ashes blood, and grease. So that three is called three separate substances. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Okay. So I'm going to talk more so you get understand more information. That is the core 8. Right now here is the 8 channel grown. Ornaments, the rat for deity has. Then I want to go to in this explain a little bit. So elephant skin is a sign that ignorance has been subdued by 10 strengths. 10 strengths. Elephant is like representative ignorance. Elephant skin is representative ignorance. So you purify ignorance, then that symbolize is elephant skin. Human skin is a sign that desire has been subdued by desireless, great compassion. So human being skin is representative attachment. Long as you purify attachment, then you have that symbolize human being skins. A tiger skin is a sign that anger or hatred has been subdued by wrathful compassion. So the tiger skin is representative purify our anger. Tiger is representative anger, human being is representative attachment, elephant is representative ignorance. So this 3 poison is transformed, it's purified. Then that symbolizes meaning. This wrathful deity has these three garments. So 3 different skins. Then the 2 kinds of fasting ornaments, dry and fresh human skull ornaments, which are the crown of 5 dry human skulls, and the garland of 50 fresh heads, the bracelets of garments of human heads. So their wrathful deity has so many human skulls, heads, the freshest heads. First is like 5 is on the top of the crown, and then 50 fresh heads. Vajra Yogini also has, and then some has like the bracelets of fresh garments of human heads too. So that is the 2 kinds of fasting ornaments. The first one, 2 kinds is like one is the human skulls. It's many different kind of human skulls. Then this the meaning is this fresh 5 skull dry heads in the top of the crown is a representative 5 wisdom. 5 afflictive emotion is not exist, already purified, and the 5 wisdom arise. The other fresh heads is representative, the mental formation, 50 different kind of mental formation. They usually say kind of our mind, many different aspects is picking up, some static objects. So that's all is transformed. Pure perceptions, impure is transformed pure. So that's representative. Then this second one is the white spot snakes. They have a different kind of snakes. Here, ribbon. So they have white snake, and sometimes different deity has different areas, so we don't know. Here says a snake hair ribbon, which symbolize the subjugation of the case of Naga kings. So that's why white snake is symbolized the Naga king of Nagas, subdued. Then the yellow spot snake earrings, which symbolize subjugation of the case of Naga nobility, is it's a high caste system. Naga and no lower caste. Naga has, I think, this different kind of caste. Some is like king caste system. The white one is subdued means. So Naga king subdued representative white snake. Naga, is Burma's kind of like high level caste system. Subdued representative is yellow snake. The red spot snake necklace, which symbolizes the subjugation of the Burma and the caste of Nagas. Or as a second one is like nobility, means high level, Naga. Third one is Burma caste of Nagas. The green spot snake bracelets, which symbolize the subjugation of the ordinary caste of Naga. So the ordinary Naga subdued, black one. The black spot snake bird or ash, which symbolize the subjugation of the lowest caste of Nagas. So they're followed by, I think, 5 different levels, 5 different color snakes, looks like. So I think 4 or 5. Which one is like white, yellow, red, green, and black? See, 5. So the representative 5 castes, different level Nagas subdued. The point is, our ordinary being, we have this diluted, like kind of dualistic conceptual thoughts, high and low. So that kind of like is transformed. Kind of like the point is equanimity, realization. That symbolizes the snake. Then that too, human beings, dry and fresh human skulls, the ornaments, and also snake ornaments. The 2 different ornaments. Representative is the representative impure, this perception is transformed. Then 3 simmet substance, which symbolize the subjugation of jealousy, are ashy on the forehead. So it's a purified jealousy. This 3 substance, simmet substance, ashes on the forehead, blood on the bridge of the nose or the cheeks, and muddy grass on the chin. So this, they put a different kind of ash, and usually I think Sadhu Baba has this, they put ashes in the body. So this representative is, the point is subduing ego and jealousy, transform. That is just a very simple way explanation. If they go to more, like meaningfully, I mean, the more meaning explanation is a little different. You want to go more deeper? So we told this one because this is also in our, today we're going to share the PowerPoint also coming same again. So I'm going to share here. So this one is going to share first the 50 bleeding score. So they say on your neck signify that the 51 mental events are pure by nature. So mental 50 mental formation is purified, it's pure, and that is the representative 50 bleeding scores. This Kilaya, Onomen, and the Yamin Taka, they all has this 50 kind of scores, bleeding scores. Okay, I'm going to sharing this part is Yamin Taka's, press to Yamin Taka. So it's exactly same as the Kilaya, no difference. Then the wearing on elephant hides as your upper garment is a sign that you have purified ignorance into Dharma Dharma wisdom. So this one followed by the wisdom, okay? Ignoring is purified Dharma Dharma wisdom. That representative is elephant skin. So ignoring is purified, is Dharma Dharma wisdom. So you can write down because then you know this 5 Buddha means what is 5 Buddha. You know, this ignoring, purify is into is Dharma Dharma wisdom. So usually the form body is called Buddha Verochana, right? If I did it wrong, please let me know. Buddha Verochana, correct? Okay, so nobody say anything. I think looks good. So we go to this also ultra level 5 Buddhas too, names. Otherwise, like, we get confused. Then wearing the skin of Onomen, wearing the skin of an enemy within whom the 10 grounds. What is this? 1 minute. I see this is human beings. So the wearing the skin of an enemy within whom the 10 grounds are completely wrapped around your waist is a sign that you have purified attachment into the state of discriminating wisdom. So attachment transform or attachment purify to discriminating wisdom. Discriminating wisdom is Buddha Amitabha, right? Correct? Okay, discriminating wisdom. Then that is a human being's, skin is representative purify attachment. Attachment purify states of discriminating wisdom. It's Buddha Amitabha. Inner is called wisdom. Outer form body is Buddha's form. So outer form body is Buddha Amitabha. Then wearing a tiger skin, skirts, it's a sign that you have purified, heat treated into the essence of mirror-like wisdom. Mirror-like wisdom, we purify our anger. Anger is transformed to the mirror-like wisdom. It's called Buddha Akhyobhya, right? Or Buddha Vajrasattva. Sometimes we call Buddha Vajrasattva, Buddha Akhyobhya. Either is correct. Then the 5 great nagas. See, we talked already 5 different nagas. Encircling your lamps signify that you have purified pride into economic wisdom. Pride is purified economic wisdom. Rina Sambhava, right? Rina Sambhava, correct? So the Buddha Rina Sambhava is a 14th Buddha. So we have to know this also the directions, or sometimes it's good to know author level. It's Dharma Dharma wisdom. Buddha Vairocana is a center Buddha. Purify ignorance, right? And purify attachment, human beings, skin representative purify attachment is the wisdom is a discriminating wisdom, is a Buddha. Amitabha is Western Buddha, West direction. Okay. And then this anger purify, representative, tiger skin, is Buddha Achobhya, is East Buddha. So now we are 14 Buddha, is Buddha Rina Sambhava, is purify and jealousy. Representative this snakes. Snakes is purify, snakes is representative purify jealousy. Pride. Nagas is purify pride, is representative 14 Buddha, Rina Sambhava. So wisdom is economic wisdom. Economic wisdom. Then the black rippling shoulder, I think another kind of snake's shoulder, bend is a sign of having purified jealousy into essence of activity, accomplishment wisdom. The black reptilian shoulders means the Vajra Kilaya, I think in the Yamintaka has this snake. It's usually Tibet is called tondo, means like you don't have legs. You use your chest or your stomach and moving on the ground. So I don't know which kind of being, maybe snake. And so that's representative is purify into essence of activity, accomplishment wisdom. Jealousy into essence of accomplishment wisdom is North Buddha, is a Buddha Rinchimang. What is another Buddha name? Santo Yutrapa, Lorinchinyone, Rina Sambhava, Santo Yutrapa, accomplishments. Yutrapa is accomplishment Buddha. Wisdom is what is called. Okay, Linda. You are mute. Oh, you cannot mute. Okay.
You can unmute now, Linda.
Amoghasiddhi.
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 Amoghasiddhi. Yeah.
No, thank you. Okay, so this is 5 Buddha, 5 wisdom, 5 afflictive emotions. So it's always I get confused. I can pick up the Tibetan names, but very hard to think about this Sanskrit name. Amoghasiddhi. So 5 Buddhas. So now you have to know this 5 Buddha. Usually we always get confused here because 5 wisdom, 5 Buddha, 5 afflictive emotions is all this associated together. So this 5 afflictive emotion is we have 5 afflictive emotion we have. So when we get a realization, we purify this 5 afflictive emotion. We have realized 5 wisdom. So then we arise 5 Buddhas ourselves. So 5 Buddha is actually not separate. And different aspect realization is called 5 Buddha, 5 wisdom. So when you have attachment, you really see your attachment, you are into your own natural state. Your attachment is transformed into then discriminating. I think it's so what is called I said discriminating wisdom. Yeah, discriminating wisdom. Then that moment we can say you are Buddha Amitabha. So when you have anger, you recognize your anger, you meditate, you really seeing your anger is truly not exist. It's emptiness, transformed into own nature. So that wisdom is called mirror-like wisdom. That moment you are Buddha Achyobhya or Buddha Vajrasattva. See, we can be any this Buddha each moment. If when anger arises, we don't recognize our own anger. Anger control us. We are ordinary being. So that person is anger person. We call anger person, right? Yeah. So that moment you are controlled by anger, you are anger person. And meditator practitioners recognize anger. The anger seeing is not truly exist, it's emptiness. That wisdom is called mirror-like wisdom. You're seeing clearly, transform. So anger is into your own nature. Then that moment you are Buddha Achyobhya. So we have to recognize it that way, then very easy to understand. When anger arises, that moment we are hell beings. Because anger, destroy our own happiness. We are suffering, we are hell beings. So you seeing anger is truly not exist. And purify in anger is, transform into your own nature. That moment you are Buddha Achyobhya. So that wisdom is called mirror-like wisdom. When you have ignorance, that moment we are animal realm. Because we not knowing, cause and the effect. So you really see our ignorance. And then we meditate, we are into our own nature states. That we are into the own nature state. The moments that wisdom is called is discriminating wisdom. It's Dharma Dharma wisdom. So, in that moment, we are Buddha Achyobhya. No Buddha Verochana. So that's we have to understand this 5 afflictive emotion and 5 wisdom, 5 Buddhas. So you can be one day all these 6 realm beings. You can be one day all these 5 Buddhas. So we have to think about each moment ourselves, recognize where we are. So otherwise, we are in the supplication, Tara says, we are, deluded by always samsara, or, we are stuck always in the delusion state. Sawang Nimpe Yingwala is something, samsaric conceptual thoughts always be with control us. Then next, the being smit with the ash from a cremated the corpse is a sign that karmic formation have been referring into enlightening deeds. So this, being ash, the something ash is from a the representative, this wrathful deity has this ash symbolized. That is karmic sign that the karmic formation have been refined into enlightening deeds. See, it's enlightening activity, representative enlightening activity. Then being supplemented with drops of exerted blood. So the blood is a sign that the three poison have been purified to unite with the clarity and emptiness. So blood, they put this blood in the body. That representative is three poison is transformed into the nature. Nature has clarity and emptiness, unite within clarity and emptiness. So that's the symbolized meanings. That's here talk about this 8 channel ground garments. Then perched upon lotus, sun and the moon, and the male and the female rudas. Ruda means maras. So usually the peaceful deity has only sun and the moon, but wrathful deity has plus. Top there has the male and the female rudas. This also representative is this male and the female is method wisdom. Two together is with his right leg bent and left extend heroic stance. Luminous presence within a blazing mass of promoter wisdom fire. All appearance are the deity, all resounding sounds are the play of mantra, all thoughts dwell within the clear light of dharmata, undistracted and free of grasping, recite a mantra on the Kilaya homepage. Okay, so now we go to the practice together. Up to the mantra first. Page 4. Safely engage in blessings. All pervasive Lord King the Zambo Dorje Chi. Sochi Dorje Lord King, the three supreme companions. The 9 karmic sons, particular Nanam Dorje. I supplicate you to clear away outer and inner obstacles. Treasure revealed collagen that gauge them to Ligdin Dorje. Nagawampo Pema Tontransar, Lerab Limba and the Pema Wanchi. I supplicate you clear away outer and inner obstacles. King of Wrath, terrifying Varja Kamara. The 10 wrathful Herukas, Yab Yom, the Sasu, and the 4 gatekeepers. The 16 Kilaya protectors and the 21 choke goddesses. The supplicate you to clear away outer and inner obstacles. The outer mandala manifests as a symbol like Matra Kilaya. The inner mandala is the perfect awakening of channels and elements are the deities. The sacred mandala is the perfected expression of the awakened mind. May the numerous essence of pristine wisdom awareness become manifest. So now we go to the Tibetan. Page 4. Chabdai Genda Zangdang Dorje Chi Soche Dorje Jimbang Rongjo Song Lechin Burger Che Para Nanam Ba Sorwan Depso Sanang Parche Sor Guja Temtra Lady Dorje Sha Naga Wambo Beman Tunlesar Lera Lendang Bema Wanjin La Sorwan de Zosanang Barje Sor Trowo Jarbon Jinze Gumara Troje Yayon Sasu Gomaje Persong Jodo Wanzo Nirje La Sorwan de Zosanang Barje Sor Sijiren Tsema Zeje Purbajar Nanjir Zakam Laye Nambarase Sanjir Sanjo Semje Zarzote Yansang Tile Repang Unjor Sho. Page 8. In the deity, my own pristine wisdom and awareness I take refuge. Entered on liberating wayfaring beings, I generate the mind of awakening. All this secret Samaya pledge of the accomplishment of Kilaya. I shall not forsake even at the cost of my life. Tibetan. Rare la lai jobsen jen drogen doar senje do barjin drupe damseng nam soke seryang matongo. One more. Rare la lai jobsen jen drogen doar senje barjin drupe damseng nam soke seryang matongo. From within the still emptiness. Page 9. From within the still emptiness, seven nature instantly arise us. Glorious Kilaya, king of wrath. He is blue-black in color, with one face, two hands, and rolling apurva. And wearing the glorious wrath for channel grown accountments. Future upping lotus, sun, moon, and male and female rudas. With his right leg bent and the left extend in heroic stance. Lamana's presence within a blazing mass of pro-model wisdom fire. All appearance are the deity, all resounding songs are the play of a mantra. All thoughts devour within the clear light of dharmata. Understanding and free of grasping, recite the mantra. Om Benza Kilaya. Homepage. Om Benza Kilaya homepage. Go back to Tibetan. Page 9. Tombe ngamle ranye keje ke parchen dorje yonne trove jar tengna jarje sanye purveter pardain tutu rorbe jeje ji pemai nyeda rutra pomite shanye jeje torda tsorde yo yishe me pom barwe long nasar Nawa damje laye dar dada ngaje robar shar tendo uzar chinye ngang mayin zingmi ngande da Om benza kilaya hongbe 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 Om benza kilaya hongbe. So now we go to the PowerPoint. PowerPoint is called Kilaya practiced 4 demons. Symbolism of visualization mantra explanation. So here I'm going to share with you the 4 demons, and then the Kilaya sadhana has different kind of mantras, Sanskrit mantras. So explain that, and also symbolism of the visualization Kilaya form body. Then mantra explanations. So the root text is just not important. This is when I'm going to share this reason is because this meaning is important. That's why I pick up some Kilaya sadhanas, informations created together. This one. Yayong Kula Jimmy Pung Trins are, I think. So the form of the father and the concert is in a terrifying mess of films. The Kilaya form, you can see Yab and the Yom together. So this is retinue. Then terrifying mess of flames. So that's the form body you can see in the Kilaya image. Clearly visualize hero destroying the four demons and those who lead being astray. So this Kilaya, we have to visualize, clear visualize. We visualize clearly Kilaya, he destroying, Kilaya is a hero, he's destroying the four demons. And those who lead beings astray. The benefit for other beings. Here, talking about the clear visualize. So when we study, then you have to look to this image clearly, looking to different aspects. We have to analyze, investigate, followed by the teaching. Then when you're going to practice, so that time you cannot follow the analytical, investigating, Kilaya has three faces, Yav and the Yom, and which kind he's holding in the hand, which kind of color his head. So you cannot think that one by one. When you practice at that moment, you have visualized instinctively. Then this effort to your mind visualize. So your eye don't need to see clearly, your mind needed to see clearly. So this Kilaya is the inner level we practice, connect with our mind. The good is when we practice Kilaya, any Yadam deity, meditate first. Let go all the thoughts. You really into your mind, nature, meditate. And then you see in your mind clear, present. Then that mind is appeared to Kilaya form body. Then you really feel to connect with Yadam and your mind is inseparable. So this form visualize is arising from your mind, nature. You feel that. Otherwise, you close eye, Kilaya is in the, in front of you, that separate with you, not connect with your mind, separate from your mind, put in your front. That meditation is okay, but not that really strong connection. So that is good. It's nothing, you doing anything better than nothing doing, because mind is always deluded, samsaric, always conceptual thoughts. So you visualize in front of you the Kilaya, Yadam deity is great, but not that strong connection. If you really wanted to strong connection, meditate, you really feel your mind is arising in the form body. So then the Kilaya is not separate from your mind nature. So arising our mind nature is a form body. So you can visualize this Yadam deity. Then the Yadam deity is destroying the four demons and those who lead beings astray. 4 dimensions we're going to explain. The male and the female deities are standing in a wisdom fire as immense as the fire at the end of the eons. So we visualize this Yidam deity is standing with the male and the female deity. I mean, the male and the female deities are standing in a wisdom fire as immense as fire at the end of the eons. Clearly see the whole universe as a mandala of Kilaya, very powerful and radiant with wisdom, flames moving in every direction. This is our meditation. So all this instinctively we visualize Kilaya forms. So then with all retinues together, then Kilaya is arising, not only his body, his whole universe is his mandala, Kilaya's mandala. And all this, beings is Kilaya's retinues. Their way is then very powerful, and see Kilaya form radiant with wisdom, flames moving every direction. That's our meditation. The purpose of this meditation is to invoking the power, energy, and the realization of Kilaya in order to destroy the 4 demons and misguidedness. So we practice, visualize Kilaya. The benefit is this ordinary mind is evoking the power, energy, and realization of Kilaya. So this impure form bodies, transforming to Kilaya's form body. Our ordinary mind is transforming to Kilaya's enlightened mind. So that's called realization. Power, energy, and the realization of Kilaya in order to then destroy the 4 demons. So long as you arise this, energies awakening or arising the Kilaya, then we can, we subdued these 4 demons. And also misguidedness. So this 4 demons, I think, is coming exploring more information. So here is misguidedness. Misguidedness includes all the concept of sentient beings. What is the misguidedness? Misguidedness means concept of all sentient beings. Means like we have a delusion conception. Deluded conception, that is called misguidedness. You believe things to be true which are not true, because we believe something true but actually not true. We make decisions 100%, but that decision is not 100% true, because we using our delusion, conceptual thoughts, and creating decisions. That all is actually wrong, not true. You believe things are permanent, but they are always changing. We believe everything is exists. We believe all this, everything is kind of permanent. Even we know, okay, impermanent, but we're doing actions, everything is so activity is like same as everything is permanent. That's why some samsaric beings, working so hard, never people think we are going to die. So we always doing things, everything is permanent. So that's why you believe things are permanent, but they are always changing. It's impermanent. You believe your ego exists and cling to it, but it does not actually exist. So we believe, our ego exists means like everything exists. We have fixation, clinging to the other objects. That also actually truly not exist. These are misguided conceptions. So samsaric beings, we believe, we make decisions with thoughts, everything we think certainty, 100% sure, that all is called misguided conceptions. They are not right, no truth. As sentient beings, we move back and forth between extremes, states all the time. So we, moving back and forth between extreme states is like, here is explained. We are never in the middle or in the state or equanimity. Sometimes we stay in the nihilism. Sometimes we have to go back to internalism, exist or not exist. So always our mind is followed by two extremes. Now our mind is not be in the middle, in the true or recognized true states. We have nations that things are clean or dirty. So we have this conceptual thoughts, clean or dirty, right? We think, okay, this is a clean, this is a good. Then we have a dirty, okay, this is a bad. This is a negative. So then we say, okay, it's positive. And the low ones, heat-treated ones. So all is like, followed by the two extremes. Suffering or without suffering. We are either clinging to an ego and internalism. We are, either clinging to ego and internalism, or clinging to non-ego and nihilism. So we accept exist or we accept not existence. So that's called two extremes. These are all called misconceptions. If we go to more explain this nihilism, internalism and nihilism, then it's lots of informations. So this is the biggest, like gross level wrong view. Then there's so many subtle level wrong view. That's all the samsaric beings follow. That's why we have this very strong delusion for us. So these are all called misconceptions. Because of these extreme thoughts, we have a trouble with the four domains. Due to this, we have four domains. So the four domains are here in Tibetan are the domain of the aggregates, the domain of the emotions, the domain of the death, and the domain of the gods. So this is called four domains. Sometimes we say that the Mara of the aggregates, the Mara of emotions, the Mara of death, and the Mara of gods. So usually say son of God. So domains, Maras, I think it's the same. So the four domains or the samsaric beings has. That's the reason we are in samsara. So Varja Kilaya means hero. We already talked heroic, I think heroic. The point is he's conquered these four domains or four maras. Conqueror. So the Buddhas usually is called conqueror. And Jarva is another word, is a conqueror. Another word is a Buddha name. So I don't remember exactly. Okay, so that's 4 demons. It's going to explain detail. The demon of the aggregates. The first demon is clinging to the 5 aggregates. So these 5 aggregates also associated with, we already talked to the 5 Buddhas. 5 aggregates is. The Mara of form body has 5 aggregates. The Mara is form body is not only 1. So it's here is mentioned about 5. We have to know, usually we're thinking about I and the self is 1. So that is misconceptual thought. I and the self is cannot be 1 because we have this 5 aggregates. It's not 1. So the part is when we meditate the selflessness of a personal meditation, we investigate ourselves. We are not only one self. We have these 5 aggregates. So this 5 aggregates is cannot be self because the self is only 1. Aggregate is 5. 5 is cannot be 1. 1 is cannot be 5. So it's contradiction. That's why I and the self is not exist. Truly not exist. But temporarily we have these 5 aggregates. It's aggregates form, feeling, perception, formation, and consciousness. So this 5 of them also followed by 5 Buddhas we already talked. Each Buddha is associated with each aggregate. That's the reason 5 aggregates is transformed to the 5 Buddhas. And inner level practice. Inner level, this body has 5 aggregates, and this 5 aggregates is recognized arising 5 Buddha, transformed to the 5 Buddhas. 5 aggregates is transformed 5 Buddha, and our body has 5 elements transformed to the 5 female Buddhas. It's inner this body is arising 5 Buddha, 5 female Buddhas. So then all the wrathful deities, peaceful deities, subsumed to 5 female Buddha, 5 Buddhas. And they're arising from our channels and aggregates, arising the Buddhas. So the 5 aggregates are subject to change. They are based upon impermanence, and yet we cling and hold on to them and never let go. So 5 aggregates are subject to change, is impermanent, not permanent. They are based upon impermanence. So then this meditation practice, subduing 5 aggregates is, different levels. Basic teaching, we meditate impermanent, no longer attached to 5 aggregates. And then Vajrayana practicing, this 5 aggregates is transformed, create the causes of 5 Buddha, seeds of 5 Buddhas. This is the impure seeds. 5 Buddha is transformed to 5 Buddha. It's ripening. It's become 5 Buddhas. So now we are in the relatively true, in the grown state. So we are ordinary being. That's the reason we have this. We are clinging to this 5 aggregates. Never let go. That attitude is known as the damning of the aggregates. Long as we are clinging, attached to our form, body, feeling, so all these aggregates, then we have this Mara of form, body. Long as we have Mara of form, body, so then emotions arising. So that's why the damning of the emotions, Mara of emotions. The clinging to aggregates causes the second Mara to arise. The Mara of the emotions, then called Mara of emotions again. So long as you have attached to your fixation to aggregates, far aggregates, Mara of form body, then we have emotions arising. So that's why Mara of form body's antidote is meditate selflessness of a person. You know, we investigate ourselves. Where is I and the self? You really look into yourself, you cannot find this. I and the self exist permanent. So then where is I and the self? This body cannot be I and the self because it's a 5 aggregates. I and the self is only one permanent entity. Aggregates is 5. 5 is cannot be 1. So that's why this body is not I and the self. Aggregate is not an I self. So you can let go your aggregates. You know, let go. You know, holding the matter of form. You let go your matter of form body. Your mind is not clinging, not attached to your form body. Meditate the selflessness of a person. So then that helps become reduce the purify emotions. Because emotions are based on the Mara of form body. Mara of afflictive emotions based on the Mara of form body. You take subdued one of Mara of 5, they have 4 Maras. You subdued one of these, other is naturally dying because they're dependent on each other. You know, they are not permanent. They're not independent, each Maras. These are the 4 Mara of they are is dependent on each other. So you subdued Mara of form body, other Maras naturally die. So they can no longer has power to, you know, create samsara. So long as you have a Mara of form body, then you have this Mara of the emotions. So long as you have I and the self, you don't recognize I and the self is not exist. So you I and the self is clinging to your 5 aggregates. Then attach to ourselves, hatred to others, and create a karma. So it's emotion arising. Clinging to aggregates cause the second damning to arise, the damning of the emotions. By clinging to the 5 aggregates, we have the 5 emotions. See, 5 emotions: attachment, anger, ignorance, jealousy, and pride. So we already talked these 5 afflictive emotions. These 5 afflictive emotions associated with the 5 aggregates. Okay, so they are dependent on each other. And so now 5 aggregates is the transform to form body is Kilaya form. Attachment, 5 attachment is transformed to the 5 wisdoms. So Kilaya has 5 wisdom. That's why he has a 5 score, human scores in his crown. So that we have to understand this 5 aggregates, 5 emotions. Then damning of death, Mara of death. Also we have the 5 aggregates, we have a sense that we will lose them. See, long as you have 5 Mara of form body, then we have a Mara of emotion, we have Mara of death. Because Mara of death means fears, scared, very, very strong fear. Why we have very strong fear? Because we're going to lose the 5 aggregates. When we're going to lose 5 aggregates, when we die, we lose the 5 aggregates. At that moment, we have so much fears. even you see the people die is peacefully, but that time is so much fears because it's losing our body. If you lose your object, we have strong fears. You lose your home, you lose your job, you lose your relatives, you have fears. That is not your matter of aggregate. The matter of aggregate is more strong clinging to the death. Our temporary home, like house, we are clinging to that. We lose that. We have so much fear. And, negative thought, the emotions arising due to the fear and emotion arise. So, if lose the five aggregates, more strongest feeling, fears. Because that is like when we was born until now, we always hold. We are so strongly connected and so strongly attached to them. See, we're very strongly connected to the five aggregates, strongly attached to five aggregates to them. We are afraid that we will die and lose our five aggregates. This fearful thought is the third demon, the demon of the death, matter of death. So long as you have matter of form body, we have matter of emotions, then we have matter of death. Because it's losing this, matter of this aggregate of form body. That's why we have so much fear, demon of the death. So realizers, when they die, no fears. That means that subdued matter of form body, matter of emotions. We have very strong fears because we have this matter of form body, matter of emotion. That's the reason we have fears when we die. Not only when we die, we losing something, we have fear. Due to that, we have emotions. So due to that, we are suffering. Not only we have to think about when we die, losing something is the same as dying. So then when you have very strong fears, so that moment we are death suffering, same. Because why we have the fears is due to clinging, attachment. Because we have these different emotions and thoughts, patterns, we never let our minds relax. We have so strong emotion. We have this different kind of emotion and the thoughts, patterns is so strong, karmic imprints. We never let our mind relax. We are constantly distracted by external things that we think are solid and necessary, and by drawing attached to small sensory pleasures, we end up with big problems. So we are constantly, distracted by external things, constantly. Even you are listening, teaching, your mind is constantly going to follow the thought. So it's no choice. When you meditate, your minds follow the thoughts. We are lost our minds unwholesome worldly activity, samsara, all the time. So minds lost unwholesome samsara world activity in the supplication tara. We talk about unwholesome worldly activity. Minds losing all the time. Each moment we losing. So when you meditate, then you really see, okay, my mind is lost. No, it's this moment. You have to bring back our mind. So losing unwholesome worldly samsara is not beginning less time until no. We are losing every day. We are losing every hours. We are losing every moment. So now you are listening, teaching. Every moment you are lose focus. is thinking about worldly thoughts arising every moment. So that means every moment we are losing in samsara, unwholesome worldly activity. External things that we think are solid and necessary. And by don't attach to small sensory pleasures, we end up with big problems. We are stuck with very small, tiny problems, but we end up become big problems. That's the reason, depending each situation, we can release small problems, but we go to become bigger problems. Or the war is arising from small, tiny problems create really, really big. Then there are no solutions. Then that everyone have to die, just no solution. So that's the human beings does, because due to attachment, being attached to small sensory pleasures, see, we end up with big problem. Then no solutions. The solutions only die, just change the body. That's it. So that's what the human beings does. Because due to attachment, the damning of the gods, that's why I call damning of the gods. All these politicians and high level, official politicians, big business, all is damning of the gods. This state where the mind never has time to rest in the fourth damning, the damning of the gods. Because due to attachment, mind never rests. That's called damning of the gods. Distractions are damnings because they deceive you about your real goal. For example, you may try to do good actions, but one thing leads to another and you think. See, we may try to do good actions, but see, one thing leads to another. Means another take you to another, means then dependent. So your right take you to left. You wanted to do something good actions, but that take you to no good actions. No good actions also you could take you to good actions. All this is try to do good actions, but one thing leads to another. And you think, first I have to do this, next I have to do that. So we never finish our job. You say, I finished my job, but that is just your temporary, that moment's thinking. Long as we are in stuck samsara, we never ever finish our job. Bigger thinking. Long as you take the birth until die, you never finish your job. So we have to put clothes every morning. We have to, take shower every morning. And we have to eat breakfast every morning. See, we never finish. All these samsara activities never end, never finish until die. We think we die, we finish, but die also no finish. The Pardo beings is more things have to do, because the mind is more sensitive. That does more things. That's why so much fears in the Pardo beings. Then take birth again, come back to again life and the samsara. Then of course, long as you have this aggregate body, Mara form body, never end. So that's why lead another, and you think first I have to do this, next I have to do that, and you are always busy. If we can stop temporarily, practitioners think, okay, I'm doing this all the samsaric things, never finish. So I'm going to make my time something for benefit of myself, not rely on five damnings, 5 maras. So we are always controlled by 5 maras. Sometimes you can make time yourself, let go of 5 maras. We can make our time 1 hour, 2 hours. The same is like, I'm sharing the teaching, you listening teaching. So this is our making time for ourselves. We let go our Mara, 4 Maras. So that's we can do some, make time for ourselves. Actually, we never finish our job. For example, you may try to do good actions, but one thing leads to another, and the thing, first I have to do this, next I have to do that, and you are always busy. The reason you have all these distractions is because you think that they are good. We have so much distractions. You finish one, another distraction comes. You see that is really good. You get that, you finish that, another distraction comes. Never ever satisfy. Never ever, get kind of like relax our mind, satisfy. So never finish the, desires. So our minds all the time followed by the desires. So the desire is called Mara of God. So Mara of Son of God. The meaning is the having God the Son has so much joy, desire things. There's so much pleasure things, enjoy that. So they never ever think about death. Same, when in the human beings, when we are stuck with our pleasure, desire things, we have Mara of gods or Mara of son of gods. That's why the reason you have all these distractions, because you think that they are good. No one thinks good is bad. People always think that good is good. So the word God is used as a metaphor for what seems good. This is the damning of the gods. Why is we call damning of God? Because God is always, people think great, good. That's why, that God is not talking about some religions believe creator gods. So this just word meaning is God means like great, good one. So we always think good, oh, this is good, this is great. That is all is called desire. It's called Mara of Formbad, Mara of the gods. The purpose of evoking Vajrakalaya is to subdue these 4 demons. So the purpose of Vajrakalaya means subduing these 4 maras is called then is called Vajrakalaya is hero, I think. It's conqueror. Buddha means conqueror. The subdued 4 maras. We're going to finish it there today. 4 maras. So tomorrow then we can go to symbol like of the visualization, and also this is Kilaya of secret, Gurkoma, Soul Kilaya, other part teaching also I'm going to share tomorrow. So now we are in the Vajrakalaya mantra. Om Benza Kilaya homepage, Om Benza Kilaya homepage. So this one has only Om Benza Kilaya homepage. No Om Benza Kilaya Sarvam Benga Nipa homepage. Om Benza Kilaya 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 homepage. Then go to page 16. Today we skip the Achi prayer there. Home. Within the skull vessel of the sphere of Dharmata, the entirety of all appearance of samsara and the nirvana are laid out as the Ganachara first. Oh, sorry, this thought is we have to skip today. 1 minute. Go to the page 20. In home, in the essence of Buddhahood, the unwavering equal nature, The domains of appearance marked with the characteristic of any negativity is non-existent. By transcending grasping to all dualistic distractions, delightfully in this offering of great equality, Mahapanza Ho, Hong, utterly savage your wrath demeanor, where anything peaceful means cannot bring about beneficial change. Such wrathful embodiment of the Sugata manifests enlightening acts through the Vajra activity of gathering and emanating of for praise. Tibetan, go to page 20. Ho nyamye meyo nyambe sanje la ngen don seme juyor kangyang mi zong zeng sema keng len de ba ye nyamba jembe juba namba ro maha bunza ho press hong xing de do jing dong ba la xie wei ben bara men jero de chowo de yin xie gen ze dor jian den zhu zi la du mudru lama Hong, may all Vajradaras, knowledge holder of Dorje Yona, accomplish the Kilaya of existence. May all the Vajra Kilaya deity of appearing phenomena accomplish the promoter wisdom Herukas. Tibetan. Hong Dorje Yona Renzeng Nam Sipa Dorje Drupzuje Sipa Dorje Purpa Yishi Chowon Drabaranzo Ombenza Kilaya Sarvaside Palahong. The appearance of the deity without dissolving and free from fixation is released into the equality of Dharmata, the play of appearance and the concept of the six sources. Arise as the promoter of wisdom awareness empty. Tibetan. La nang me de shimba me jinye nyambe ngang de lu so do nan do ro ba ge ri tong yi shi jin de shar. By this virtue and by the excellent deeds of past, present, and the future, may the manifest dedication. So today we use this dedication. We don't have to go to other dedications. By this virtue and by all the excellent deeds of the past, present, and the future, may the mind streams of all beings, pervasive as space, be brought to accomplish fruition, and through all beings are realized themselves as inseparable from the principal deity. Geran den zong de zong le ze gen kajan rowe jula yongmine genjang reje zodan yermi par ranan jingoro menden jowar sho. Pray your auspiciousness, or within the single expression of the consummate activity of great glorious one Vajrakalaya, through enlightening compassion means or malevolent spirits of the three realms of existence are tamed, with inconceivable miraculous deeds aimed to tame in whatever ways needs. May the auspiciousness of the conqueror Vajra Kumara be present. Tibetan. Om Barjin Yonzon Chenle Chekenga Tukje Tabje Sixon Dukbander Kandaran Zebe Chomtor Samecha Chomnin Dorje Yone Trashi Sho. So we finish the Vajrakalaya practice today. Tomorrow continue and more explain about this Purpan Gulkoma, what we did is short practice. Then also I'm going to get this Purpa Gulkoma's Vajrakalaya, one face Vajrakalaya. So I hope I can share with you tomorrow. And then I have another announce to you. In May end of the May is, I think it's the 28 and the 29, and the June first weekend, weekdays, first weekend, both weekend, weekdays. So we are going to have retreat in Ohio. That's I'm going to share with you. We're going to in the May. I'll check the calendar first, then better. Calendar, okay. So May, okay. So May 28, 29 is a Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to share Vajrasattva empowerment and Achi empowerment in the Dharma Center, May 20 and 29. Then the following that week, June. So we Monday and some activities. Thursday, Monday some activities. Also Tuesday some activities. Is going to do the camp and retreat, camping outside. We're going to do this days the retreat is communal retreat. So May 31st, actually information, so we're going to send you more information. And so these days we have some activities, and then I think Wednesday starting and going to solitary, in the camping, I think outside, picnic, kind of we can say picnic, and practice retreat, sharing the teaching is Siksom Nede, Garab Dorje, and one of the Mahamudra teaching from Jigten Songgon is clarify the path or something. So these two teachings I'm going to share during that time. Then we have some other many activities together. So I'm going to tell you just the save the date. The point is save the date, okay? So you can get the emails when we're ready, or the informations share with you. Thank you very much. And then, so today I'm going to do here who's in the teaching. If you can own your own camera, if someone not yet own the camera, I'm going to take the video. I can share the Garchen Rinpoche. So I'm going to meet him very soon. So then you can unmute, hello in the Tashi Dali, whatever you want to say. Okay, ready? Hello.
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 Thank you.
Hello, Garchen.
We are happy with you and Kempo Sanduk.
Thank you very much.
Garchen Rinpoche.
Hello,
Kempo.
Garchen Rinpoche lah. Love you Garchen Rinpoche. Love you Kempo Sanduk. Love you all Sangha. Love you America.
Long life.
Hello.
Garchen Rinpoche.
Garchen Rinpoche.
For your own life, Garchen Rinpoche lah.
Aryadeva Garchen.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Hello from Bolivia, Garchen Rinpoche.
Hello.
Thank you.
Ohio.
Have a good day.
From LA.
Hello, Rinpoche.
Okay.
Aloha from Hawaii.
Long life Rinpoche.
Long life, Rinpoche. Long life.
Have a good day, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you, Kempola.
Kempola, long
Thank you,